Colbyjack.net is proud to present From the Flames by Trisha M. Wilson. The people of the fire, the Blesa, led by their queens, have ruled the island of Alfeyju and oppressed the Driva, the people of the ice, for more than 16 generations. With the Drivian King in hiding and little hope on the horizon, the Driva looked to one person to save them from the vile Blesa, the Diviana. According to legend, the divinely gifted Diviana will one day overthrow the Blesa and restore the Drivian King to his rightful throne. But with the search having lasted for more than 400 years, will the Diviana ever come to light? Willow is the slave of the Raskpil family. Bought at the age of 4, 20 years have passed since her life irrevocably changed. Her existence is no worse than any other slave, but within, Willow wonders if there isn't something more she should be doing with her life other than serving the ungrateful. Ordered to travel with her master's family to Sondertoft, so her master's adult children can take part in an ancient rite of passage, Willow is shocked when she learns that she too must participate. Will she fail, as all before her have? Will she rise to the challenge and become stronger after passing through the flames? Episode 46. "I won't hurt you," Willow said soothingly, "and you won't be concealed forever, because I should be able to unconceal you when we're safely on the ship." "Comfort upon comfort," Adelina said sarcastically. "Why don't you practice on a bush or tree before you use me as a guinea pig?" "Fine," Willow said. Looking around, she found a bush, which would do fine as a substitute leopard. Focusing on the bush, she directed her magic to concealing it from her eyes. The second Val transformed with energy. There was a blinding white light, and the bush was suddenly gone. Moving forward carefully, Willow could sense the bush concealed, but she wanted to make sure she could still feel it. Bending down where she thought it was before the transformation, she reached out her hand. After a few tries, she finally came in contact with it. Willow brushed her hand back and forth, trying to feel for any burns or any other harm that might have come to the bush when she'd concealed it. Finally satisfied with her investigation, she stood up and said, "It feels fine. No burns or missing parts." "I'll believe it when I see it again, and it's in one piece," Adelina drawled. "You have such little faith," Willow said. "Honey, I only met you this morning. I'd need to know you a lot longer before I'd ever let you use me as a test subject, and even then, the chances of getting me to cooperate are slim to none. Now unconceal the bush and show me how wrong I am." "Fine, I will." Walking back to her original position, Willow concentrated on the invisible bush, using her sensing abilities to pinpoint its location. This was more challenging than she thought it would be. Not that she'd admit it to Adelina. Making a mental note to have Adelina stay still when she unconcealed her, Willow directed her will at the hidden bush, resulting in another bright flash of light. When she was able to see again, Willow saw the bush exactly as it'd been before she'd concealed it. Walking around it to make sure there wasn't anything she'd missed, she said, "Look at that bush. It's perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with it. Now are you comfortable with me concealing you?" "Its unharmed state has yet to be determined," Adelina growled. Adelina approached the bush hesitantly, as if waiting for it to attack her. Once close enough to touch it, she lifted her paw and batted at it, watching it move carefully. Only after she'd walked around it and sniffed it to her heart's content did she come back to Willow and say, "It appears this bush is fine. I will reluctantly put myself in your hands. Next time, though, I'd be happier if you practiced on the boy. If he gets hurt, then no harm done." "Adelina, that is not a nice thing to say," Willow reprimanded. Ignoring her comment, Adelina said, "We should get going, or your friends will come looking for us." "Right. Now hold still." As she'd done with the bush, Willow concentrated on concealing the leopard. Focusing all her powers on her goal, Willow could feel the huge amount of magic gathering within her, much more than anything she'd felt before. Momentarily intrigued, she made her mind think of nothing but concealing this animal. With a sudden burst of even brighter light than before, the snow leopard, which had been in front of her moments before, was gone. "Adelina?" No response. "Adelina!" A sudden growl from behind her made Willow jump and almost yell out in fright. Whipping around, she said, "That wasn't funny! Now come on! We've got to get going and stay by my side. Don't go wandering." "I'll be good," Adelina promised, brushing past Willow. Pulling up her hood to hide her face, Willow made her way back to town. Staying in the shadows, they went down the same alley the others had gone down. At the other end of the alley, Willow saw that it came out at the town square, which was directly in line with the small port. "See those tall masts?" Willow asked, staying in the alley's shadows. "Yes," Adelina responded. "That is my ship. The second those men leave the square, we go." They watched as two old men walked slowly out of the square, talking energetically. "Come on," Willow thought. "It's cold outside. Go home." As if trying to help move them along, the wind suddenly blew against the men, making them shiver and move faster down the road. Willow and Adelina moved once the men disappeared inside of a house. Briskly walking, they headed for the ship, both on the lookout for anyone waiting to capture them. A minute later, they hit the ship, boarding with no trouble. "Let's go," Willow called to the men as she pulled the gangplank in after her. "Where's Adelina?" Sigurd asked, coming closer to Willow. "I thought you were bringing her with you." "I did," Willow answered. "Here comes the kitty," Adelina said. "Adelina," she warned. "Going to scare the boy. Don't do it. Going to jump on the boy. I'm warning you." "Grrr!" The snow leopard growled right behind Sigurd. "Yeah!" Sigurd yelled, jumping into the air. "Bad, Adelina!" Willow scolded, listening to the snow leopard laugh. "Where is she?" he asked, staying close to Willow. "Where is that cat?" "She's concealed," Willow said. "She's what?" "Come with me. We'll go to my quarters and unconceal her there." Willow and Sigurd walked toward the room, but she suddenly realized Adelina wasn't following them. "Adelina, you come here right this second." "I was only going to say hi to Crew and the bird," she said innocently. "You will do no such thing. Come with me now." "All right, I'm coming," she grumbled. "You never let me have any fun." Willow opened the door to the room and waited for Adelina to pass by her before she said, "While you are on this ship, you will not have any fun with the crew. Understand?" "I swear I'd never hurt any of your crew, all right? Now, if I can't go scare them, make me visible," Adelina answered. "Go stand in front of the table," she ordered. Glancing back at Sigurd and Hawk, who just joined, she said, "Don't look directly at the snow leopard." "How can we when we can't see her?" Hawk asked, looking confused. "You know where she is. When I unconceal her, avert your gaze from the table, unless you want to be temporarily blinded by a very bright light." "What bright light?" Sigurd asked. "If you want to see it, then stare directly at the snow leopard," she said with exasperation. Giving them only seconds to make up their minds, Willow started the process of revealing Adelina. As it had been when she concealed her, Willow found the unconcealing more difficult. She needed much more energy, power, and concentration than the bush had required. But the flash of bright light finally came, and with it the beautiful snow leopard. "Took you long enough," Adelina said, sitting on the floor of the room, starting to clean herself up. "Sorry about that, but you're a little more complicated than a bush," Willow responded. "I should hope so." "Oh, when you said bright light, you weren't kidding," Sigurd said, staggering toward a nearby table. Grabbing his arm before he fell over, Willow said, "Didn't I warn you not to look directly at Adelina? Don't you ever listen to me?" "Of course I do," he responded, sounding hurt. "I only looked up for a second to see what was taking so long. It's not like I asked to see these spots." "I know you didn't. Sorry." Turning toward Hawk, she said, "We're moving away from Nor, right?" "Yes. I told the crew to go west toward the sea, since you didn't mention if we should go north or south." "Good idea. Anyone looking for us will expect us to stick close to the coast, especially at night. Have that map on you?"
"Yes,"
he responded, pulling it out of his pocket. "Let's look over it at the table." "I haven't had my massage yet," Adelina announced, looking toward Sigurd. "Sigurd, you owe Adelina her massage for today," Willow said distractedly as she hunched over the map, trying to figure out where they should head. "Her massage? I thought she was joking," he said, rubbing his eyes. "Tell the boy I never joke about massages. If he fails to live up to his obligation, I will be forced to get my repayment another way." She wasn't joking, so go massage her. Raking her eyes over the map, she just couldn't figure out their next destination. Sighing, she said, "I don't know where we're going."
"Don't you have some idea?"
Hawk asked. "Yeah, didn't that book give you any clues?" Sigurd asked, as he experimentally started to massage the large leopard. Sitting back in her seat, she closed her eyes, trying to capture the feelings and images the book had revealed. The sacred objects have to be gathered in a specific order. At least that was the impression I got. Adelina was the easiest and first one to gather because she was the most vulnerable to capture and harm. "Watch who you're calling vulnerable," Adelina said without heat. Loud purring echoed in the room as Sigurd continued the massage. "A little to the left, just a smidge." "A little to the left, Sig," she directed without opening her eyes. After finding Adelina, the next thing I felt was a wave of healing power. As if I have to heal or be healed to find whatever the next object is.
"Healing, as in physically?"
Hawk asked, his chair creaking as he sat back to think. "Not necessarily. I got the feeling it was more mental or spiritual healing. But I'm not mentally or spiritually hurt. I'm not even really physically harmed, so how can I be healed?"
"But you are," Val said suddenly.
"What are you talking about? I feel the pain within you. I feel how you pushed it away and denied its existence to everyone, including yourself. Perhaps this is the hurt that must be healed." "I haven't pushed anything away," Willow denied, catching Hawk's confused look. Willow said, "Val said I'm hiding and denying pain within myself, but he's wrong."
"Are you sure?"
Hawk asked.
"Because if you do have hurts within, they're probably the ones you were supposed to heal before continuing on your journey."
"I'm not hiding anything," Willow denied again. Yawning, Willow said, "It's late, and we're getting nowhere with this conversation. I'm going to get some rest, and I expect you to do the same. Maybe tomorrow one of us will come up with something helpful." "Tell the boy he did good. I look forward to tomorrow's massage." "Sigurd, Adelina thanks you for her massage, and she can't wait for tomorrow's."
"You're welcome," he said as he got up from the ground.
Going over to Willow, he tilted her head back and kissed her lightly on the lips. "Have a restful night's sleep, my love. My dreams will be full of you." "Night, Sig." Hawk stood up, but didn't leave. He watched Sigurd leave the room before he said,
"Let me see your back."
Willow got to her own feet and stretched, having a hard time hiding the twinges of pain she felt. "No, I'm not showing you my back. It's fine."
"I'm not leaving until I see for myself."
They faced off with each other, much like they had in the forest earlier in the day. But this time Willow sensed she wouldn't be able to win. "Okay, you can see, but I'm fine."
"I'll be the judge of that," he said. "Lay down on your stomach."
"Turn your back," Willow ordered. The second he did so, Willow unlaced the back of her dress and situated herself on the bed so the only skin displayed was her back. "You can look now." Willow heard Hawk walk toward the bed. Not touching her, he said,
"You're all black and blue. I'm amazed you were able to walk and run as much as you did. How much does it hurt?" he asked, finally running a hand lightly over her back.
"Some," she admitted, gritting her teeth when he prodded one of his fingers on a particularly tender spot.
"We should put some heat on your back. It will help ease the pain," he said.
"I'll have Adelina sleep next to my back. She'll be warmer than anything else." Gently, now with both hands on her back, Hawk started to massage her aching muscles. Groaning quietly at the pain and pleasure he inflicted upon her, she didn't make a fuss when she felt the bed dip and him get into a better position. On and on the massage went, his hands moving up and down her back, applying just the right pressure to the sensitive areas. Before long, Willow was no more than a pile of mush, relishing the attention he lavished upon her. As her eyes began to close and sleep began to creep upon her, Hawk suddenly stopped. "Good night," he said in a quiet voice. "Night," she mumbled, listening as he stopped to pet Adelina before he left the room, closing the door quietly. "I like him," Adelina said, hopping onto the bed and stretching out next to her. "He cares for you." "They both do," Willow mumbled, turning onto her side so her back was to Adelina. "One more than the other, if I'm not wrong." "Which one cares more?" Willow asked, but before she heard the answer, she was asleep. You have been listening to From the Flames by Trisha M. Wilson. Read, recorded, mastered, encoded, and produced by Colbyjack.net. This work is released under a Creative Commons 3.0 Attribution, Non-Commercial, Share-alike license. Do what you want with it, just don't try to profit from it. Heaven knows we can't. If you have any questions, comments, or rants you wish to share with us, we can be reached at Colbyjack.net. That's COLBYTRAX @COLBYJACK.net. Yep, I sing it too. If you want to follow the exploits of Trisha in Twitterland, just search for Lady Trisha W on Twitter, or follow the ever-dashing, courageous, hardworking, intelligent, and immensely humble Colbyjack on the Twitters as well. If you find that you can't just wait to find out what will happen with Willow, the strong dude and the annoying dude, be heartened to know that From the Flames is available from Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Smashwords, as well as from our little shop. Didn't you know about our little shop? Why, yes, we have a little shop located at shop. That's shop.colbyjack.net. That's shop.colbyjack.net. Yeah, real original there. There you will find the latest ebook versions of all our works in both Mobi and ebook, all DRM-free, as well as audiobook versions of such works as Firmware Hijacked and Proxy, as well, naturally, as well as From the Flames. The audiobooks differ from the podcasts in that the headers and bumpers only run once, and the episodes are grouped into hour-long episodes for easy burning to CD or for downloading on the go. If you find you don't need any stuff, but just want to thank us monetarily for our efforts here, just head on over to Colbyjack.net, select either audio or visual, and look for the donate button located on the blog roll. Well, anyway, thank you for listening, have a wonderful week, and remember to be fabulous.